Alright, Year 6. Before we start writing today, let's do a quick recap of what we already know about information reports. So, who can remind me what is the purpose of an information report?
To inform or to explain.
Yes, to inform or explain. So, in information reports, they are written to inform or explain a topic using factual language. So, who can remember the structure? How do we organize an information report?
General statement, description and conclusion.
Yes, so we've got our general statement, our description, and then our conclusion. So, in the description stage, which is what we're going to do today, we are going to explain our topic in phases. So usually one will be for physical adaptations and one for behavioural adaptations, which is what we learned about in class last lesson. So we also write in the present tense. This is because information is factual and it's always true. So our sentences need to sound formal and scientific, not like a story. So this is our anchor chart from last week. We've also got our reminders. So we need to use correct vocabulary. We need to write in present tense. We need to group information logically and we need to be factual. So let's flick to today's whiteboard and let's go through. So our learning intention for today is to jointly construct a paragraph of an information report. That's what we're going to do today. I know that you will have succeeded, and you will know if you have succeeded if you can contribute ideas and sentences to a joint written class information report. And if you can write a descriptive paragraph in an information report. So let's start writing our description, our physical adaptations together. So I'm going to write our first sentence on the board. We need a topic sentence that introduces the idea. How do you think we can start?
Maybe the body parts?
Good idea. Very clear. Let's make it sound a bit more formal and specific. How about the frill neck lizard has developed several physical features that help it survive in the hot desert environment. Do you like that?
Yes.
All right. So, the frill-necked lizard has developed several physical features, I like that word, that help it survive in the hot desert. Awesome. So, I've used the phrase hot desert environment. So that is a noun group that adds detail, and the verb has developed keeps it factual and in the present tense, perfect tense. So now we need to add details about one of its body features. What's one physical feature that helps it survive?
It's frill.
Yes, it's frill. And what does the frill do?
It keeps it cool or helps scare its predators.
Right. So by helping it scare off its predators, that's both behavioral and physical. But let's focus on its structure first. So maybe we can say its large, colorful frill is made of skin supported by long spines of cartilage that can fold flat against its body when it's not in use. How does that sound?
Good.
Awesome. So that sentence uses technical vocabulary, cartilage, fold flat, and it's factual. So what else helps it survive physically?
It's tough skin and strong legs.
Good. All right, so let's combine those ideas. How about that? All right, so the lizard's tongue not the lizard's tongue, silly me. The lizard's tough, scaly skin prevents water loss. While its strong hind legs allow it to run quickly around the desert sand. Okay, so I've used the word while, so that's a connective that links two pieces of information together in one sentence. Okay, so let's reread our paragraph together. The frill-neck lizard has developed several physical features that help it survive in the hot desert. The lizard's tough, scaly skin prevents water loss, while its strong hind legs allow it to run quickly around the desert sand. Does that sound factual and descriptive?
Yes.
Fantastic. So we've used present tense, technical vocabulary, and complex sentences to sound like scientists. So next, we're going to move on to the behavioural adaptations paragraph. So I would like you guys to now copy this into your book, including the learning intention and success criteria. Thank you, Year 6.
Good morning, Year 6. Today we're moving on to our second lesson. We're going to be learning about the behavioural adaptations in an information report. So we have the same learning intention and success criteria. Our learning intention being learn to jointly construct an information report and add language features and factual accuracy. So in the behavioural adaptations paragraph, we're focusing on actions, what the lizard does to survive. Who remembers the behaviour it shows when it's really hot? Yep.
It hides in the shade.
Right, that's a good behavioural adaptation. How could we write that using formal scientific language?
It shelters under trees or burrows to keep cool.
Beautiful. Let's use the verb shelters. That's more formal. So now we've written, during the hottest part of the day, the frill-neck lizard shelters in the shade of trees or burrows to avoid overheating. Notice the time clause, during the hottest part of the day. It tells us when the behaviour happens. What's another time when it's active?
In the morning or late afternoon.
Yes, so we could add a contrastive conjunction like while or but. Let's try. It is most active during the early morning and late afternoon when temperatures are cooler. Perfect. Now let's think about what happens when it feels threatened.
It opens its mouth and shows its frill to scare animals.
Perfect. That's a classic behaviour it's known for. Let's make that more descriptive. Now let's reread what we just wrote to make it more descriptive. When threatened, the frill-neck lizard opens its mouth wide, spreads its frill, and hisses loudly to frighten predators. Perfect. What kind of language feature did we just use there?
Action verbs. Opens, spreads, hisses.
Exactly. Those action verbs makes the text vivid and factual. We could extend this idea with an explanation clause. Can someone give us an example?
This display makes the lizard appear larger and more dangerous than it really is.
And what happens next?
If the predator doesn't go away, it runs away fast.
Nice. Let's link that with a conditional phrase. If the threat continues, it runs away on its hind legs at impressive speed. Let's reread the two sentences we just added. This display makes the lizard appear larger and more dangerous than it really is. If the threat continues, it runs away on its hind legs at impressive speed. Nice. Does it sound factual, formal, and scientific?
Yes.
Good. What language features did we use this time?
Present tense, action verbs, time connectives, cause and effect.
Beautiful. We've used behavioral verbs to show what the lizard does and connectives to explain when and why. This helps our information report sound cohesive and professional. Alright everyone, let's take a moment to review the text we've just constructed together. We've written 2 detailed paragraphs, one on physical adaptations in the last lesson, and one about behavioral adaptations of the frillneck lizard. Now let's think. What makes our paragraph an information report?
It uses present tense. It has technical words like evaporation.
Exactly. We've used present tense verbs because this information is always true, and technical vocabulary to sound scientific and precise. What about the structure? How did we organize our ideas?
Each paragraph focuses on one main idea, physical or behavioral.
Yes. The clear structure helps readers understand complex information easily. We also use connectives like when, which, and if to link our ideas and explain cause and effect. Finally, what did we notice about our sentence types?
We used expanded noun groups and action verb.
Perfect. Expanded noun groups like tough, scaly skin, and detail and action verbs like runs, spreads, and hisses make our writing dynamic. So today we didn't just write, we jointly constructed. We used meta-language to talk about the language choices, and you thought carefully about how those choices help the reader learn factual information clearly. Now we'll use what we've learned today to independently write our own information report and an animal of your choice.